I'm about to watch Call Me by Your Name whilst doing my hair, as you can see, so I can prepare myself for the interview on the 1st of Wednesday. Um, you already know. You already know what's up. You already know that you're tagging along. I am somewhat confident, but I am also still somewhat very, very stressed. Because I was making my portfolio website and then, wow, laptop decides to break, so I also can't edit my videos. She's fine now, but as you can see, the screen is stretched out, so it looks weird. Like, let's put it here. You see my face stretched out, and it's just the laptop. So yeah, that's where I am. I'm thinking of redoing this braid. Look how caca this part of the braid looks. Like, do you see that? That is unacceptable. And I've forgotten that I need to get used to looking at the camera and not at the screen. Hello, I'm looking at the screen because I look nice. Either ways, I wanted to talk about my hair and why I feel like putting in braids like this makes it like, and all of that, like a bunch of stuff about that, but I'm not gonna do that. I also said that I was gonna do it today we speak. I'm also not gonna do that. So yes, my skin is giving banana. I'm ready for good movies and good TV. I want to be taken away. And you guys already know, or you don't. Now you do. My favorite genre of movie or TV show is romance. I love romance, everything. But I do think it is the genre also, like all genres, but it is mainly the genre where the majority of what is there is bad. It's not good. It's not well written. It's not well cared for. I said what I said. I said what I said. I meant it. And I meant it because now you're gonna argue with me. And no, I'm not talking about the Samaritan Pretty season 3. Yes, it's dookie out here. It stinks and it smells. It smells like manure because it's very, very bad. It is bad. You can try and convince me that it's not bad. I'll call you a liar. It's very bad. I go into Showmax right now. I press romance. I am going to be disgusted by the level of badness it is. It's bad. Don't try and convince me it's not. It is. And you'll find a lot of the times they'll just throw an X scene in your face as a viewer, as a reader. And then you're supposed to go, wee, yay, this is the best book ever. Look at their intense connection. I'm over it, bruh. That's what Bridgerton season 3 was. They said, let's just throw them, some uncomfortable scenes with a song that doesn't even make sense during the biggest scene of the show, which is doesn't even make sense how it happens. Let's throw on acrylics on a girl in the 1700s with a bold red lip from Revlon and Maybelline. And either ways, I'm derailing. I'm not. I can't take you as I watch Call Me by Your Name, but this is me before. I'll talk to you afterwards. Call Me by Your Name was a really, really good movie in terms of like the emotion that they were trying to convey, which is something that I failed to talk about in my effing interview. But yes, it was very good in terms of like the emotions that they were trying to convey and the story that they were putting out there. The main premise I got from Call Me by Your Name was these two people like each other, but they will never ever be allowed to like each other in the way that society says that because of their societal structure they're unable to love each other even though they like each other, because I don't feel like they loved each other. I don't think they had something that was like mind-blowing. I think they had a genuine connection. I also he's 17 and he's 24. I'm not co-signing that. I'm not gonna co-sign that. I'm not gonna co-sign that. Like, I'm just not. That was weird. I thought he was 48 but no, he's 24. Either ways, yeah. Ew, I just don't support that in terms of like the age. But whatever, it was very cutesy. Um, there's a difference between, and I'm gonna speak about this in a Today We Speak. I need to write this down. I have great ideas. There's a difference between in when it comes to romance movies. you'll see like romance movies where there's a lot of actual scenes, but and no substance, or it's all substance, limited actual scenes, or actual scenes are involved, but it's mainly to enhance the substance of the show. The movie was the third one that I said, where it's like there's scenes there, but it's to show you how the connection of these people is. The physical nature of it is part of the full nature of it, and the full nature of it is that it's intimate, it's close, it's vulnerable. So that's why the intimate scenes are there. Like season one, Bridgerton, the intimacy scenes were there because literally that's the story. The story is Daphne finds out this nigga's lying through her babsing him, and it's about the Scientology of it and all. You can't not include it like that. You can't not include it, babes. And then you get to season two where it's just like maybe they're losing the plot a little bit. And in season three, they completely went off the rails. I feel like season three, they were just trying to like get as many views as possible. So they were just throwing in as many actual scenes to get people to watch it. It felt very much like how can we get as many views as possible? Very Riverdale-ish. Season three, it was very, very bad. Duh! I will never forgive you, Bridgerton, for that. And every single time I see promo for Bridgerton season 4 that's coming out next year, I just get pissed off. Because then you're gonna promo me like how you promoted me for season 3, and it's just gonna be dog butters. Either ways, yeah, I was just very excited. I liked Call Me by Your Name. I liked it a lot. I'm not gonna recommend that you watch it. Do what you wanna do. I watched it. I would watch it again because it was emotional, man. It was emotional. It was very emotional. And then same day I also watched Moonlight. Guys, I feel like a lot of people just say that movies are great because they're slow. Not the people. The movie itself, it's like slow paced and very emotional. Some people will say, "Oh, it's great because of that." I think Moonlight was a solid movie. I don't understand why it's like this whole thing. And I'm not gonna dookie on people who like say it's a masterpiece and all of that. Because it could be a masterpiece. I could be the problem. I don't mind. I just didn't get it, and that's fine. It's not for me to get. It's not like it's not involving me as a femme girly at all in that movie. So it's fine that I don't understand it. But yeah, either ways, it was a very interesting. It wasn't a very interesting. Sharon had a glow up. Can we talk about that? No, we're not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that because I hated it. They did this for the Summer I Turned Pretty season 3 as well, where they were just the Summer I Turned Pretty was emotional. This is an emotional show. It's about their love. It's more about their love for each other emotionally than it is physically, but the physical aspect is involved. And many people were like, "Oh, I wish I could see more of the scenes where they were babsing. I wish I saw the whole scene of them babsing. I wish I saw her." And I'm like, "Guys, you guys are perverts. Like you guys realize you're perverts. That's why season 3 was so bad. It was because they were making the show for perverts. You guys are perverts. Like for real. I'm over it." I'm also hearing that some people want like it to be like as close to the hub as possible, where they can like actually physically see the bits. You guys are perverts. That's why the romance genre is dying, and it's my favorite genre, but it's dying because you don't want to hear about how these people overcome themselves and their demons and how they grow as people. You want to hear about how they did it. Did they do it in the back seat, in the front, on the bunk bed, on the kitchen counter? Either ways, Call Me by Your Name. It was a very nice movie. I'm gonna keep my rating of it private. No, I'm not. I want to give it a 7, but 8 is looking at me, and so is 9. Why? Because I told y'all, unless if the category for you to get a 10 or a 9 point or anything above a 9.5, you either have to make me cry, or you have to make me cry, and it has to be deeply emotional. The make me cry one can be is subjective. It can go away. It needs to change my life in order for it to get a 10 out of 10. It needs to change my life. It needs to be good, and it needs to change my life. I've yet to see somebody be a 10 out of 10. I've yet to see it. I have yet to see it. And that's my personal rating. If people, you'll tell people your personal rating and they'll have an issue. I never said the movie's dookie. I said for me, it's just, I wanted to hit and it didn't hit, and it's okay that it didn't hit. My rating and review of it is not important. But still. And now I was also watching Fila Second. Guys, it's the next day after the interview. I filmed, okay? I filmed, hear me out. I filmed I think I look nice. Don't you think I look nice? I think I look nice. Either ways, yeah, so that was the interview yesterday was like fun. It was fun. I had fun afterwards. I was like, I had fun. That was fun. But it is also important to know it. I blubbered my way through that entire interview. I told two big lies. I lied and said that I could code in C++. I can kind of. I can kind of code in Python, C++, and JavaScript, okay? I've done it before. I can do it. It's like something that I'm able to do, but the way I was talking about it, and then I spoke mainly about Delphi. I can do Delphi, whatever. And then also I said that I can build a PC, but ish don't wanna. I also said that I know my way around a MacBook. I've never touched a MacBook in my life. I've seen it. I've probably like went inside the Apple store and like scrolled on one. No, I most definitely have done that. In Centurion Mall, where the sushi store is now, which is right by the escalators, used to be the high store. The high store used to be there instead of like the opposite up place. It used to be down there. Nah, that's when I like was like experimenting with it. It was on top of Sturkinako, like cause Sturkinako you had to go all the way down there. Sturkinako is no it's the Centurion Mall. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. If I want to watch a movie, I have to go to Irene. My parents are definitely saying no to that. But either ways, I was blubbering. Oh my goodness. But it was fun. I had fun, and that was like the whole entire point. They told me if I was like to get into fine arts, I would definitely get in if I applied. T. I don't want to do fine arts though because like my thing is if you're the type of person who believes in AI usage, no, immediately. But that's besides the point. My thing is if you're the type of person who believes that a person is only a good artist, painter, or whatever if they are good at hyperrealism or realism, I don't really want to have a conversation with you about art. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing I was saying in LGG. The other thing, if you're not an art person, you'll go to the Mona Lisa and be like, this is a beautiful painting. You'll go to Story Night and be like, this is a beautiful painting. Otherwise, a work of, I think his name is John Ambrose. He does those abstract art things. You think, okay, this is a waste of my time. Why are they doing this? Instead of trying to understand. So I'm not interested in having a conversation about you because we're not going to be talking about art. We're going to be talking about what you like. And art is subjective as well as also it's very introspective. It's like a constant conversation you're having with yourself when you make art stuff. So yeah, yes, I have the braids in these colors. I'll explain it to you, but are you mature enough to have this conversation? Don't care. I can't afford new braiding hair. So I take the braiding hair I have, I wash it, I clean it, it's clean, it smells, it's clean. It's cleaned like at least 2 times, 3 times, and then I reuse it. And I do that and do that and do that until I get new hairpiece. Which I had this hair last year matric for my matric dance. I only had wore it for one day. Then I took it out. It was very hard to wash, but I washed it and then I brushed it out and then I wore it again and again and again. This is the other time I'm wearing it. I'm thinking of bringing back that bob. I like that bob I had, but at the same time I also don't know. Either ways, the interview went well. That's all I wanted to tell you. I couldn't take pictures on the campus. The campus is a TUT campus. It's the TUT art campus that I went to, that I had the film interview about. It was a film interview, and the building is still being built. I thought it was chai. I thought like game over, bro. Like where am I? What's going on? And then they also didn't have my name in the list, so I was just like, yo, chai. And then no, everything turned out to be fine, which was great. And then walking around the campus, there's art stuff everywhere, and there's these niche studios everywhere. There's an opera studio, which is where I had to sit and wait. There's which was building 16, but listen, the security was tight. The security was tight. One entrance, one exit. You can only like security was tight, and it was just all in all fun. I had a lot of fun. I really did. It was like it was really it was like it was just a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself, in terms of like going around the campus, but I was also alone, and the campus felt very dead. For a creative environment, when I think of creative environments, I think of like fun places where everyone's like having a good time. But no, that campus. Hello. But no, like as I was walking around that campus, it was just like I felt like I was walking around like a barren land of construction. It was just quiet. The people were there were smoking, so they weren't really like you know over the moon or whatever. But at the same time, that could also be like because of fatigue. because they've been doing this for years. Also, because it's exam season, probably. So I'm not gonna just like judge them straight up. I have no judgment. This is not a judgment. It just was. It was. I had a dream, and what I was dreaming about was a dream and not real life. I feel stupid. I feel dumb. I feel like a big idiot. Like I feel like a big slap me in the face idiot. Like I feel like I feel dumb. I don't feel like I messed up my chances at like getting in, but I do think that, and also not knowing Mac but saying I know Mac ruined my chances a little bit, just a little bit. Like it soiled it. It went from like an from like like let's say you're doing your marks and you get like a 53 versus a 52%. It's basically the same percent. Yeah, but yeah, I'm just like super frustrated. Oh, I feel dumb. I feel very very dumb um about this whole entire thing, because just like why like I can't believe I said, when they asked me, "Oh, what's your favorite movies?" I was thinking Django, but instead of saying Django Unchained, my dumb ass, because I'm a fan of Quentin Tarantino, my dumb ass says "Call Me by Your Name." Dumb ass, bro. Like I could have said anything. I could have said anything. I could have said anything. There's a list of movies that I was watching here that I had rated, and all of that stuff and all of that stuff and all of that stuff and all of that stuff, because I don't have a favorite movie. I'm struggling to find a favorite movie. I could have even said Cherry, but instead my dumb ass said Call Me by Your Name, because all I could think about was Timothy Chalamet and that effing peach. And I like, it's been like, I don't know, 3 days. No, it's been 4 days since my interview, and I just can't get that out of my mind, because it's just like, bruh, it's like you literally said a movie that's 90% bops. You literally said that in an interview. Literally. I feel dumb. I feel like big stupid. Put stupid on my forehead right now. Dumb.